Hello, everybody, and I want to tell you about electricity. The most important thing is never play with electricity because it's real dangerous. It can not only hurt you, it could also kill you. It could kill you at any age, old and young, even little babies. Don't put your hands in any sockets. Don't touch wires. Don't touch the end of the wire cord with wet hands, and don't ever plug in put a plug in a socket with wet hands because you'll get electrocuted. Also, when your hands are all the way dry, you can plug it, but do not touch the silver or gold part of the plug, because if you do that and you plug it in, you'll get electrocuted. Water and electricity, they do not go together. Some of those people that are in the cemetery, they died from electric shocks. Even little babies. Now, kids, do not play with electricity. It could kill you. Don't play with electrical wires. Your friends tell you to do it, don't do it, no matter what. Even if they dare you, no matter how much they dare you, don't pay them any attention. Just keep walking. They can say whatever they want. They're just mad because you're not going to listen to them. Because if you do, you get electrocuted. You could end up dying. If your friends keep playing with it, if they get electrocuted, that's their funeral. They never know. You never know what could happen. You don't want a surprise with electricity because it's a dangerous one. It's a surprise that can put you in the hospital or 6 feet underground. Well, with this guy named Daquan Thompson, at the age of 11, he got zapped with a tracer. He was at a basketball game with one of his friends because they were there to support their brother that was on the boys' basketball team. 2 teenagers saw that Daquan had on a new jacket. Daquan got it for his birthday, 7 or 8 months before his dad died. That was in just those crazy people outside. And anyway, what he was wearing a neat jacket, and they wanted Daquan's jacket. And so what they did was they told him to give it to him. Daquan said no. The other one tried to take it off of him. He punched him in the jaw, and he kicked the other one in the stomach. Then they just walked away from Daquan. And then after the game, Daquan and his friend were going home. And as Daquan was walking to the car, somebody had zapped him. Those 2 teenagers that were trying to take his jacket, they zapped him in his back with a tracer. And then Daquan fell on the ground face down. He couldn't feel anything. They tried to take his jacket off, but luckily the police saw the whole thing and they arrested them. They chased them, but luckily they got caught. People were surrounding Daquan, and they were screaming, saying he got zapped. Somebody called 911, and the ambulance came. They rushed Daquan to the hospital. Daquan woke up 4 hours later, and the doctor said that Daquan almost died, but luckily he's okay, but his growth is ruined. Now that he's 28 years old now, he still has the body of an 11-year-old. His voice won't change. He won't fit into any other shoe sizes or other sizes in clothes. And every time he drives a car, he always gets pulled over by the police because they think it's a kid driving the car. Every time he goes to the bank, he shows them his ID, they think he's a kid. The ID never lies. It has the full date of birth. Daquan was born in 1986. 1986. He's 28 now, but he looks like an 11-year-old. And he's the smallest one out of his family. Larry is the oldest. Rachel is the second oldest. Daquan's sibling number 3, and Marcus is sibling number 4. Rachel is is 31. She'll be 32 in somewhere in November. Larry is 33. He'll be 34 somewhere in December. Daquan's birthday is somewhere in January. Marcus's birthday is in the middle of April. So their ages 23 to 33 now. But Daquan, he looks like the youngest, because those teenager jerks decided to zap him and ruin the rest of his growth. Electricity will go throughout your whole body. If your veins have to stay straight so that way blood can pump through. You see that blue vein? They have to stay straight so blood can pump through. And if they get zapped, a knot will get into the vein, and then if a knot gets into the vein, it makes it hard for blood to pump through. When electricity zaps you, it'll go throughout your whole body. Zap your brain, your heart, your lungs. And remember, electricity can not only hurt you, it can kill you. It could put you in the hospital or 6 feet underground. So, people, never play with electricity. If you don't respect electricity, electricity won't respect you. That's all for today. Good night.